Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel at Amy Speaks. Okay, your number one friend online. You know what to do. If you're new to this channel, kindly go and click on the like button, click on the notification bell. Okay, click on the subscribe button. That way you're able to get notification when I post videos. Drop your comment, share and save this video. Okay, so sorry today. I'm going to be as gentle as possible. Why? Because I'm not too strong. I'm feeling headache and I have a few hours to go to work. So please bear with me. Okay, bear with me. Whichever way today, bear with me. Okay, so let's look at styles or techniques to make her pause so hard or explode so hard. Now, if you recall, I've done lots of video on orgasm and all that. Okay, I've taught about what orgasm is all about, what full whether like male or female can orgasm. Yes, I think I've done video of that. So for you to be able to have, and I've done like techniques, different styles and all that, you can actually go back to those videos to have enough knowledge of what I'm talking about in this video. Go and watch those video again, because no knowledge is a waste. All right, so let's go to today's deal. Now let's consider some techniques that will make your girl fall so hard. Yes. Now, first one, let's look at the Vulcan. Okay, the Vulcan. Now, the Vulcan, this pattern is only possible if your girl is on top. If you're doing with the on top knocking position or the man missionary. Yes, why? Because the girl has to be on top for you to be able to make this one work. All right. Now, the first, this will give you the uttermost or basically the most powerful explosion or come that you have ever seen. Yes. So the first one we're going to look at, which is the Vulcan. How do you go about it? This is where your hand works your way down through the center line of the abdomen, okay, of the belly, right? And then when you get there, you place your finger this way. This is where you're able to separate your fingers. And sorry, this is basically so hard for me to demonstrate, but I'm gonna try. Yes, you're gonna place your hand this way. Then when your hand moves straight to the center line of the belly, now this is where your joystick will move in between this finger like this. And you know, like at this point, if it's the on top the girl on top knocking position, definitely she's on top doing the work. Okay, now you slid your hands like this. What happens is that at this point, your fingertips get to touch her labia, right? And then your hard knuckle gets to touch, have almost direct contact with her woman part, right? Now, you see, which will enable her to, at this point, it gives a different sensation altogether when you put it like this. Now, it will enable, or it's just like a way of nudging her for more grinding, like for more going in and coming out, Yes, whichever thing that has to do there with this, it has a way of stimulating her to do more, nudging her to do more, giving her more excitement, because this has a way of getting to her woman part. And then with your fingers touching her labia, it goes a long way too. Okay, so you see, this is it. Then the second part we're going to talk about, let's look at the grind. When I talk about the grind, what am I talking about? The grind is basically when you as a guy, you go, when you're in, how do you grind? You go in to go down. You go in to go down. Now, at the point when you do going in to go down, going in to go down, it starts feeling boring, right? It starts feeling like business as usual. What do? You add a little spice to it by going left and right, go in, go down, left and right, or go in, or go up, go left, go down, go right. I don't know if I'm getting the whole right and left thing, but yeah, I bet you get what I'm saying. You go up, you move this way, you go down, and then you go this way. Yes. So now with the angling, I would say it's all about positioning. Okay, now it is recorded that maybe 18.4% of women out there come through the whole A sports intimacy act, and then where like 36 point something 8 or 4% of women pour through clitoral act. Yeah, so you see the number is quite different. Now with the help of grinding, you're able to find the perfect angling, right? And then you see, you get to do it in a perfect way. When you find the perfect angle, you just have to be able to position, and it goes a long way. You do it. So now the whole grinding thing helps you find your pace. It helps you not do too much. It helps you like create that maximum sensation. And trust me, it registers somewhere, it touches somewhere, and this can make your woman pour so hard. We're going to be using a method called the coital alignment technique. This is where you're going to be moving up. Okay, you're going to be thrusting up instead of in and out. Okay, that way you're able to still maintain your position. Okay, you're not going to like moving too deep. You're going to maintain your position as well as the pleasure it gives. You're going to like move up upwards. Okay, and then why your body, like while you doing this, you're able to create like a mixed sensation, and yes, in between her woman parts. Okay, why? Because imagine doing that, you have a very beautiful contact with her body parts. Okay, you're creating a mind-blowing sensation without even knowing. So try this coital alignment technique and let me know what you think about it. The third one is hitting her G spot. Okay, now let me say this loud and clear. The need to hit her G spot or to target her G spot, okay, either maybe even if it's when you're fingering or when you're even trying to make her sweat, is vital. It cannot be overemphasized. Now most people get to ask, what about the G spot? What about stimulating the G spot during knacking? Now let me break this down in a way that you're going to understand. It boils down to the angle that you penetrate her the most. Or let's say it boils down to the angle that you hit her the most. Or that she feels comfortable the most. Okay. Now, I want to remove this narrative that we built over in our head. Most of you think that until you get it right is when your joystick is hitting our throats. You have to go in, way in until you get here. But that's you exaggerating, because the G spot is not far from the V. It's just a couple inch from the V. Okay, which means your hands can do the work. If your hands can do the work, you see, there's no need for you to want to put everything inside once. Yes. So, how do you stimulate? Finding positions that hit the G spot, finding the right angle that hits the G spot. So, please stop suffocating us with everything. You want to put everything, even your testicles inside. Is it necessary? No. Now, let me tell you, you don't even have to have a stronger joystick or a longer joystick, okay, to hit a G spot. Some people can even have very small and hit the G spot, while you that have something very big like cucumber cannot do anything. So you see, it boils down to learn your angles. Get your angles. Find those angles that hit us. Now, different women, different things works for us. Something that works for Miss XYZ might not be what works for Miss ABC. Okay, so you see, what am I saying in essence? Find what works for us. When you do some certain things, watch the body language, study the body language. That way you are able to learn more. Now, the next one I'm going to talk to us is the positions. Okay, now your aim is to see that your woman pulls so hard or explodes so hard. Now, let me tell you, it's not every position that hits that part where she's able to pull so hard. No. Now, let me tell you, don't think what you did with your ex that worked for her is something that's going to work for the current one. No. Different women, different things. That is why you see something I don't take or I'm allergic to might be what Miss XYZ is not even allergic to, might be her best. So find out what works for you. And at this point, I will like give out some few positions that will enable her pull so hard or give her a powerful explosion. Now, this is where we're talking about the man missionary, okay, the woman on top. We're talking about the cowgirl, the reverse cowgirl. There are a lot of it out there that you can try that can give you a beautiful moment with your partner. And even the crab knocking position and the sitting position too. Try this too. They are still part of things that can actually stimulate her, that whenever you hit the right angle, hit her G spot without having to do much, find your place. That's just all we're saying. The next one is the A spot, which is the fifth point I'm giving you. Is the A spot. When I talk about the A spot, what am I talking about? First of all, let's talk about where the A spot is located, right? The A spot is located at the anterior wall of her V. Same with G spot. The only difference is that with A spot, you have to go in deeper. So know the difference. A spot is located at the anterior wall. G spot is located at the anterior wall. Now with the G spot, you don't have to go so deep. But with A spot, you have to go deep. These are two different things. So you don't, depending on what you tend to achieve at the end of the day, sometimes we misplace these things. You take the one for G spot and give to A spot, and take the one for A spot and give to G spot. So to say, now, when talking about stimulating the A spot, see, the same thing that works for G spot is the same thing that works for A spot. You see those positions that triggers G spot, it's still the same position that triggers A spot. The only difference is that you have to go in deeper. You have to go deeper to be able to get to a spot. All right, but it's still located in the same place, but you have to go in deeper. So when you know these things, because most of us fail at it. Why? Because we don't know how it works. You don't even know where to locate the G spot. You don't know where to locate the A spot. So when you know this, you are able to know, okay, at this point, what I want is to achieve with her is I want to make do with her A spot today, or I want to make do with her G spot today. You are able to manage it. Now the next one, let's look at edging. Yes. Now let me break it down. First, what is edging? Edging is the process of, stimulating your partner when she gets to the point of exploding or even pouring. You stop. You kind of like take out and let her settle, her body settle. Then you go in again. Okay. Now, one of this is another way you're going to give her a mind-blowing explosion, because when you do this 2 to 3 times, you know what happens. Finally, when you allow her to pour so hard, you give her the most powerful and memorable experience, not the just random explosion that she usually gets. You make it memorable. Okay, because by the time you activate her body, break all the engines, the brakes, like freeway, and when she's ready to explode, you kind of like take it back. Now you're letting her body adjust. Now the whole urge, the whole sensation, the whole moment is being suppressed, and then when it gets being suppressed, at some point you take it up again. Now this method can be frustrating. Do you know why? Because it needs self-control. If you don't have self-control, and like, yes, if you don't get it together, you can't do it, because at that point no man wants to pull out. No woman wants the man to pull out. So if you don't have self-control, you can't get it right. So because you must have restraint in you, and you must be able to know when she's about to explode, because that's the point. Most men don't even know when their woman is about to explode. Study the body language, know those moves that she makes. Look at her body. Where will she reach at the end point where she gets to and she feels like, I can't take it no more, let me explode. If you don't know this, you're not going to get this method right. You're not going to get this technique or this style right. So yes, this this trick is beautiful, is amazing, gives a super incredible memory. But that's if you are able to apply restraint and being able to master her body, to know this is her moment and this is not her moment. Edging is the process of bringing your girl to pouring, okay, but pausing before she reaches her moment to pour. That's basically what edging is all about. But we still have other techniques and styles to make her pull so hard. Okay, that's like the part of vibrator on her woman part, the dildo part, and again, what else? The use of lube. Some even go as far as in the shower. Okay, the use of shower tap, shower head on the V. So there are still other method that you can actually use to get your woman to come to that place of satisfaction. Okay, so well, thank you so much. Use these techniques, this style. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, then if you have other video suggestions, it's okay to still let me know, and then we'll see what we can do about it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Remember, it's Amy Speaks, your number one friend online. Bye.